But first, Prince Harry's lawsuit against publisher of the Daily Mail and Mail has begun at the Royal Courts of Justice in London. The Duke of Sussex is one of a number of high-profile figures behind this legal action over allegations of unlawful information gathering. Kinsey, within minutes of taking to the stand, he took a dig at the royal family. What did he say?
Well, he told the High Court he was conditioned by the never complain, never explain policy and felt he had no alternative but to accept it, kind of pushing blame on the British royal family. Yet he contradicts himself somewhat later on in his testimony, acknowledging that complaining often makes matters worse. That is a lesson many would argue he has learned the hard way. He also became visibly upset, some said to the point of tears, when speaking about Meghan Markle, telling the court that media coverage had made his wife's life an absolute misery. And it's the kind of moment that gets attention, but it also invites the obvious question: what does that have to do with a case about events that predate Meghan entirely?
Exactly. Exactly. And most of the negative attention Meghan Markle receives is self inflicted. It's reaction to her programs, it's reaction to the tell all interviews, it's reaction to the entire persona that she's trying to shove down our throats. It's so inauthentic that, of course, people are going to make some comments that she's not going to like. But let's stay with Meghan Markle. Her cooking program has reportedly been axed, with multiple sources telling Page Six it won't be returning to Netflix. Her holiday special was a ratings disaster, Kinsey. Didn't even make Netflix's top 1,000 shows. Sources are saying that Meghan will instead concentrate on building her lifestyle brand as ever.
Rita, we have been reporting for months on your program that Megan's show was likely to be tossed in the do not resuscitate pile. So I am so proud of us. We were ahead of the curve. Next, Netflix has worked so hard to distance themselves from the show instead of promoting it. I don't see billboards for her around Los Angeles, California. I see them for Stranger Things. And there are reports that Megan was
Mm.
having secret meetings to try to save the show, but Netflix doesn't believe that the return on investment is there. And the chaos during her holiday special of her father losing a limb and begging to hear from his daughter was really the final straw.
She is just such an unlikable figure, and no amount of spin and PR is going to change that. If she showed herself, maybe we would like her, but she is just so hopelessly inauthentic. Now let's get to the Beckhams. It's been a chaotic week for the Beckham family. We saw earlier this week that extraordinary statement from eldest son Brooklyn lashing out at his parents, particularly his mother Victoria, also known as Posh Spice. Kinsey, David, and Victoria Beckham would be gutted naturally, but sources are saying they're blaming Nicola, their son's wife, not him, and they're only going to speak to him if he splits from her. What more can you tell me about what's happening in that family?
Well, they have tried to communicate with him without her presence for years at this point. They find Nicola to be a pretty terrible influence, and they just want one-on-one time with their son. I think they would communicate with him while he was still married to her. I really do. But they are desperate for privacy and to set the record straight without Nicola, who seems to be a troublemaker and an instigator.